WhatsUp is a on-demand convenience brand. So we've started up with offering laundry, dry cleaning and shoe and bag refurbishment services for now in 5 cities. We've already rolled out in 3 cities, which is Bangalore, Chennai and Delhi. We are launching this month in Cochin and Pune. Going forward in the next 12 months, we will be adding other convenience services like home care, car care into our portfolio of services. So as a business model, WhatsUp is a managed marketplace. So we have our own facilities, we have our own backend. Plus we also have contracted backends which are very curated. So we have a cut which in terms of our quality processes, which if it's achieved, we take them as a contracted supplier. I think it's the greatest issue comes from necessity, right? Like basically people are tired running behind good maidservants trying to find a cobbler. Where do we find a cobbler these days? And Dobis, trust me, all the Dobis are working very hard to actually educate their children so that their children can go become engineers rather than become Dobis. So the sectors which are not getting fair wage are slowly fading away. So the only answer to it is to modernize and to professionalize. And WhatsUp is a brand that can provide a platform for all these, I would say, unskilled laborers, which can probably up themselves and come under this umbrella to get better fair wages. So as far as your question on the housewife is concerned, so like my mother, she's like finding it so difficult to find a maid servant that we are looking out for help, other ways to find help. So we are going to .com sites which can probably offer maid servants on hire or whatever like that. So I think that's where the opportunity is. The unorganized sector is shifting to organized. That's because the supply is waning out in the unorganized sector. So we've been talking to them for the last 1 year. So the first thing was like, oh, this is a large company coming, they'll kind of eat you up, and there's a distrust actually. So what we try and tell them is, see, about 15 years back, if you take a flashback and see, Dobis were equivalent in terms of socially, because India has followed the caste system, right? So the bottom rung of the caste used to be Dobis or the barbers. Okay, so in the last decade, the barbers have moved from like $20 for a haircut to charging about 200 to $300 for a hairstyling, not even a haircut. So that industry is transformed because corporates have come in, modernized it, and given a branded face to it. So we tell the Dobis first of all is that you want to make a jump, let's get along this ride and make the jump together. So that's the pitch that we give to the Dobis. So it's basically co-opting and also ensuring that we elevate them rather than eliminate them, because we also need the manpower strength that is required to scale up. We launched an app about 8 months ago. That was a basic app. The app that we've launched now is a smart app with various functions like your wallet and your tracking your order and all that. So we have a wallet ourselves, but we are also integrating with a lot of payment mechanisms like Paytm, Freecharge and all that, because there's already an existing customer database who have got comfortable with that wallet. So it would be logical for them to look for other services within their ecosystem. So yes, we are tying up with them. We closed last year at 5 crores. We're looking at closing the next year with 25 crores. We're looking at the 5 cities that we are going to penetrate more. Our vision is to be the leading conveniences brand in India in about 3 years' time, reach about 100 cities with 1 million customers. We should be at a top line of about 250 crores. Top line of 250 crores is what we're targeting. I think definitely in terms of it's a proof or it's an authentication that people who have been successful are looking at this model and are looking at us as entrepreneurs of repute, that we will also be successful. So that's a great certificate to have, their support. But also in terms of having them at a call away and having them at an email away for help will definitely help us. And yes, their name does add a lot of credibility to the whole project itself. So we are thankful to them for that, for believing in us. Yeah. So right now, so we are omni-channel. So we are having a physical store where the customers can go call. We are having a toll-free number. We are having an online site, whatsupondemand.com, where you can actually log in, because few people are still not comfortable with mobile apps. So they're comfortable with a desktop or a laptop, and then finally we have the mobile app. So the dynamics in India is fast changing. I know that it's a trend that a lot of big e-commerce companies are saying that we'll only go 100% mobile, but as Praveen pointed out, I think it's too early to say that. We believe in an omni-channel model, and that's what will work in cities. Going forward in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, yes, we have to see how it pans out, because right now we are not in tier 2 and tier 3. If I do a guesswork, I would say that mobile will still be strong, because internet penetration is growing much faster than we expected in India.